Yeah, welcome back everybody. We're going to continue straight with the review of partial fractions. Now these are the fractions we want to resolve into partial fractions. 3x squared minus 2x plus 5 over x minus 1 into brackets x squared plus 5. Now this will be equal to a over x minus 1 plus x squared plus 5 is a quadratic factor which cannot be factorized. So the numerator of its partial fraction will be bx plus c all over x squared plus 5. And that simply means the LCM of the denominators is still x minus 1 into bracket x squared plus 5, and the numerator will be a into bracket x squared plus 5 plus bx plus c into bracket x minus 1, which simply means the numerators are equivalent. 3x squared minus 2x plus 5 equals a into bracket x squared plus 5 plus bx plus c into bracket x minus 1 into bracket x minus 1. Now let's call this equation 1. If I put x equals 1 in equation 1, this will become 0, and the left hand side will be 6. That means 6 equals, this will be 6a. So 6a equals 6, which simply means a equals 1. Now if I put x equals 0 in equation 1, then the left hand side will be 5, which will be equal to, this will be 5a, and this will be bx plus c will become c. This is equation 1. Let me even just write that. Equation 1, bx plus c will become 0 plus c, which is c, and this is 0 minus 1, that's minus 1, so c times minus 1 is going to become minus c, and that simply means 5 equals 5 times 1, since a is 1, minus c, which simply means c equals 5 minus 5, and that's 0. Yes, c equals 5 minus 5, which is 0. Now how do we find b? Let me put x equals minus 1 in equation 1. If I put x equals minus 1 in equation 1, this will be minus 1 squared is 1 times 3, that's 3. Minus 1 times minus 2 is plus 2. 3 plus 2 is 5, plus 5, 10. The left hand side will be 10. 10 equals, or maybe I should write putting x equals minus 1 in 1. That simply means 10, the left hand side will become 10 is equal to minus 1 squared is 1 plus 5, that's 6. 10 equals 6a. Here what do we have? This is b times minus 1 is minus b plus c, so that will be minus b plus c times minus 1 is minus 2 times minus 2, and that's simply plus 2b minus 2c, plus 2b minus 2c. Now this simply means 10 equals 6a, a is 1, plus 2b minus 2 times 0, which simply means 10 minus 6 equals 2b, and that means 4 equals 2b, which means b equals 2. Now we've already got all of the constants, so that therefore means That therefore means the fraction 3x squared minus 2x plus 5, 3x squared minus 2x plus 5 over x minus 1 times x squared plus 5 is equal to x minus 1 times x squared plus 5, which is a over x minus 1 will become 1 all over x minus 1 plus bx plus c. B is 2, that's plus 2x plus c. C is 0, so that's just the same as 2x all over x squared all over x squared plus 5. And that's it, very, very simply. Now we go straight to the next. Let me check the question. The next one is 2x cubed, no, 2x squared plus 3 plus 39x plus 39x plus 12 over 2x plus 1 squared times x minus 3. That's what we're resolving into partial fractions. Let me check and be sure that that's the correct question. 2x squared plus 39x plus 12 over 2x plus 1 squared times x minus 3. Yeah, that's the correct information. Now this is going to be equal to a over, we can see that 2x plus 1 is linear, but because the power it has is greater than 1, that means it's a repeated factor. So the partial fractions will be a over 2x plus 1 plus b over 2x plus 1 squared. This is just like saying 2x plus 1 raised to power 1. This is the same as saying 2x plus 1 raised to power 1. Now plus c over x minus 3. The LCM of the denominators is 2x plus 1 squared. Yeah, 2x plus 1 squared times x minus 3. And the numerator will be a times 2x plus 1 times x minus 3 plus b times x minus 3 plus c times 2x plus 1 squared. 2x plus 1 squared. That's what c is. I'm moving that to the left a little. Plus c times 2x plus 1 squared. And that simply means the numerators are equivalent. So that means 2x squared plus 39x, which is this actually, plus 39x plus 12 plus 12 equals a into bracket 2x plus 1 times x minus 3 plus b into bracket x minus 3 plus c into bracket 2x plus 1 squared. Now that's equation 1. Now what can I put in equation 1 to find at least one of the constants? Okay, if I put x equals 3, this will become 0 and this also becomes 0, so I'll be left with the left hand side, which will be 3 squared is 9, 2 times 9 is 18, 39 times 3, so that's simply 18 plus 39 times 3 is what? That's 90, 117, and then plus 12, so that's equal to, let's check that very quickly, 33 squared is 9 times 2, 18, 18 plus 39 times 3 plus 12, and that's it. That's 147. So that's why that the left hand side becomes 147. 147, and that's equal to c into bracket 2 times 3 is 6 plus 1 7. 7 squared is 49, and that will be 49c. That's what will be left on the right hand side. Now that simply means c is equal to 147 over 49. What's the fraction of that will be equal to? 147 over 49. I want to write that as a fraction in simplest form. If it's not, the answer is not a whole number. 147 divided by 49 divided by 49, and that's 3 actually. So c is equal to 3. Now what else? Now let's put x equals 0 in equation 1. If I put x equals 0 in equation 1, the left hand side will become 12. Putting x equals 0 in 1. Putting x equals 0 in 1. The left hand side, which is this, will become 12. So that simply means 12 equals, and the right hand side will become, this will be 2 times 0 is 0 plus 1, 1. And this is 0 minus 3, minus 3. So a times 1 times minus 3 will be minus 3a. That's minus 3a. Now what's this going to become? 0 minus 3 is minus 3 times b, that's minus 3b. Minus 3a minus 3b. And this will be 2 times 0 is 0, 0 plus 1 is 1, 1 squared is still 1 times c, that's c plus c. Now what do we have? That means 12 equals minus 3a. We have only found a. We have only found c rather. Minus 3a minus 3b plus 3. And that means 3a plus 3b. I'm bringing minus 3a minus 3b to the left hand side equals, and I'm taking 12 to the right hand side. So 3a plus 3b equals 3 minus 12, which is going to be minus 9. Now if I divide through by 3, I'm going to have a plus b equals minus 3. And that's another equation. Let's call it equation 2. Now if I put x equals 1 in equation 1, let me put x equals 1 in equation 1. The left hand side will become, I write that first, putting x equals 1 in 1. The left hand side will become, that will be 2 plus 39 plus 12, which is 41 plus 12, and that's 53. 2 plus 39, yes, that's 41 plus 12, that's 53. That means 53 equals, and on the right hand side I'm going to have, this will be 2 times 1 is 2 plus 1 3, 1 minus 3 is minus 2, and that's minus 6a. That's minus 6a. And the second term on the right hand side will be 1 minus 3 is minus 2, minus 2 times b, that's minus 2b. Minus 6a minus 2b. What's going to be the third term? This will be 2 times 1 is 2 plus 1, 3. 3 squared is 9 plus 9c. Plus 9c. And that simply means 53 equals, what do we already have? We only have c. 53 equals minus 6a minus 2b plus 9 times 3. C is equal to 3. Yeah, that's correct. And that simply means I'm bringing every minus 6a and minus 2b to the left hand side, and I'm taking 53 to the right hand side. So I'm going to have 6a plus 2b equals 27 minus 53, which simply means 6a plus 2b equals 27 minus 53 27 minus 53 is going to be minus 53. That's minus 26. And now I'm going to divide through by 2, which will give me 3a plus b equals minus 13. That's another equation which I'm calling equation 3. Now I want to solve equations 2 and 3 simultaneously. Equation 2 is a plus b equals minus 3. A plus b equals minus 3. And equation 3 is 3a plus b equals minus 13. Equation 2 is a plus b equals minus 3. And equation 3 is 3a plus b equals minus 13. Now how do we solve that? Those simultaneously. I can subtract equation 2 from 1. That means minus 2ab minus b is 0. Minus 3 minus minus 13 is the same as minus 3 plus 13, which is 10. And that simply means a equals minus 5. Now, if I put a in equation 2 is a plus b equals minus 3. That simply means minus 5 plus b equals minus 3. And that means b is equal to minus 3. When minus 5 goes to the right hand side, it becomes plus 5. So that's minus 3 plus 5, which means b equals 2. Now we have all of the constants, a, b, and c. So that simply means the fraction 2x squared plus 39x plus 12. 2x squared, that simply means 2x squared plus 39x plus 12 all over 2x plus 1 squared times x minus 3 is equal to a over let me see the denominator. The denominator is 2x squared plus 1 all squared times x minus 3. Okay, that's correct. So that will be a over 2x plus 1, which simply means minus 5 over 2x plus 1 plus b over 2x plus 1 squared. That's plus 2 over 2x plus 1 squared plus c over x minus 3. And c is equal to, what's c? C is equal to 3 plus 3 over x minus 3. And that's it, very, very simply. Now let's go straight to the next. What's the next? Let's check that. The next one is 2x raised to the power 4 minus 17x minus 1 over x minus 2. Let me write that. 2x raised to the power 4 minus 17x minus 1 all over x minus 2. 2x raised to the power 4 minus 17x minus 1 over x minus 2 times x squared plus 5. And that will be equal to. Now we can see that this fraction is an improper fraction because the degree of the denominator is 3 and that of the numerator is 4. And before you resolve an improper fraction into partial fractions, you have to divide the numerator by the denominator. So that's the first thing I'm doing. I'm dividing this numerator 2x raised to the power 4 minus 17x minus 1 all over x minus 2 times x squared plus 5. Yeah, I'm dividing this numerator by the denominator. Now that's, first of all, let me expand the denominator. I'm going to have 2x raised to the power 4 minus 17x minus 1 all over this denominator when expanded will become, that's going to be x cubed plus 5x minus 2x squared minus 10. Yeah, that's correct. X cubed plus 5x minus 2x squared minus 10. Now we can divide. And I want to divide the numerator by the denominator. So 2x raised to the power 4 minus 17x minus 1 divided by x cubed plus 5x minus 2x squared minus 2x squared minus 10. That's the denominator. X cubed plus 5x minus 2x squared minus 10. And let me arrange it this way. X cubed minus 2x squared plus 5x minus 10. I think that's better. X cubed minus 2x squared plus 5x minus 10. Yeah, now 2x is about 4 divided by x cubed. That's 2x. And when we multiply, by now we should be able to divide polynomials. So we are multiplying the whole of this by 2x. And that's going to mean 2x is power 4 minus 4x squared. There's no x term in this, so I can just write 0x. There's no x cubed term in this, so I can write 0x cubed, and I can write 0x cubed and 0x squared. So let me say plus 0x cubed. The ones that are not there, you can just make them zeros so that you won't be confused. Plus 0x cubed plus 0x squared minus 17x minus 1. So now let me go over, let me restart the division. 2x is about 4 divided by x cubed, that's 2x. Now I'm multiplying this by the whole of the divisor, which simply means 2x raised to power 4 minus 4x cubed plus 10x minus 20x. Now what do we have when we subtract? 2x is power 4 minus 2x power 4 is 0. 0x cubed minus 4x cubed is 4x cubed. 0x squared minus 10x squared is this is x squared. Yeah, that's 5x times 2x, that's 10x squared. 0x squared minus 10x squared is minus 10x squared. Minus 17x minus 20x is plus 3x. And you bring down the next term, which is minus 1. Now you go again. 4x cubed divided by x squared, that's 4. No, that's 4x. No. What am I doing? 4x cubed divided by x cubed is 4. Now we multiply the whole of this divisor by that 4, and that gives us 4x cubed minus 8x squared plus 20x minus 40. Now what do I get when I subtract? 4x cubed minus 4x cubed is 0. Minus 10x squared minus 8x squared is minus 2x squared, because that's simply minus 10x squared plus 8x squared. Now 3x minus 20x is minus 17x, and minus 1, minus and minus is plus, so that's minus 1 plus 40, which is 39. And that's where we're going to stop. We won't divide further because the degree of this is smaller than the degree of this. So that simply means the fraction which we divided, and that's 2x raised to the power 4 minus 17x over minus 17x minus 1. That simply means 2x raised to the power 4 minus 17x minus 1 all over this denominator. X squared minus 2x squared plus 5x minus 10 is the same as this. So I'm going to write this as the denominator, x minus 2 into bracket x squared plus 5. So that's equal to, now when you're writing it, we write quotient plus divisor all over, pardon me, quotient plus dividend. Hey, what am I saying? We write it as quotient plus remainder all over divisor. That's the proper fraction that will be in it. So that's 2x plus 4 plus, what's the remainder? Minus 2x squared Let me write it this way first. Minus 17x plus 39 all over the divisor, which is x minus 2. That was what we expanded to get this. So that's x minus 2 times x squared plus 5. Now, this is what we are going to resolve into partial fractions. Just this fraction, because this is a proper fraction. So minus 2x squared minus 17x plus 39 over x minus 2 times x squared plus 5 will be equal to a, let me write that under it, will be equal to a over x minus 2 plus bx plus c. We can see that this is a non-factorizable quadratic factor over x squared plus 5. Now we find the LCM, which is still what it is, x minus 2 times x squared plus 5, and the numerator will be a times x squared plus 5 plus bx plus c times x minus 2, and that's equal to, okay, that simply means the numerators are equivalent since the denominators are the same. So minus 2x squared minus 17x plus 39 minus 2x squared minus 17x plus 39 will be equal to a times x squared plus 5 plus bx plus c times x minus 2. Let's call that equation 1. Now putting x equals 2 in equation 1, that simply means this will be 0, and the left hand side of equation 1, which is this, is going to become, if I put x equals 2, that will simply means minus 2 times 2 squared is 4, minus 2 times 2 is 2 squared is 4, 4 times minus 2 is minus 8, minus 17 times 2 is minus 34 plus 39. So that's minus 42 plus 39, which is minus 3. So the left hand side is going to be minus 3 when we put x equals 2. Minus 3 equals 2 squared is 4, 4 plus 5 is 9. So minus 3 equals 9a. And that simply means a equals minus 1 over 3. Now what can we put in 1 to get another constant, or at least simplify the equation, make the equation simpler? Yeah, let me put x equals 0. If I put x equals 0, putting x equals 0 in equation 1, what happens when we do that? The left hand side is going to become 39. So that means 39 equals, and the right hand side, this will be 0 squared is 0 plus 5a. That will be 5a, and this will be b times 0 is 0. This will become 0. 0 plus c is c, and 0 minus 2 is minus 2. So that's c times minus 2, which is minus 2c. So 39 equals 5a minus 2c, and I already know what a is. So that means 39 equals 5 times minus 1 over 3 minus 2c, which simply means 2c equals minus 5 over 3 minus 39. I brought minus 2c to the left hand side and took 39 to the right hand side. And what does that mean? Minus 5 over 3 minus 39 minus 5 over 3 minus 5 over 3 minus 39, and that's equal to minus 122 over 3. So if 2c is minus 122 over 3, that simply means c is equal to, that's minus 122 over 3 times 1 over 2, and that's minus 61 over 3. Yeah, that's minus 61 over 3. Let me check that again. Minus 122 over 3 divided by 2 means times 1 over 2. So 2 here, 1, 2 here, minus 61. Yeah, that's correct. So the answer is minus 61 over 3. Now we have A and C. How do we find B? What do I put in 1 to get a simpler equation, or even maybe B? Let's see. Let me now put, I'll put x equals 1. I put x equals 2, and I've put x equals 0. Now let me put x equals 1. So putting x equals 1, putting x equals 1 in equation 1, what am I going to have on the left hand side? The left hand side will become, this will be minus 2, that's minus 2 minus 17 plus 39, and that's actually minus 19 plus 39, which is 20. So the left hand side will become 20, and that means 20 equals, what's the right hand side going to become? 1 squared is 1 plus 5, 6 times a, that's 6a. And what does this become? This will be b plus c times 1 minus 2 is minus 1. So that's simply minus b minus c. The second term will become minus b minus c, which means 20 equals 6 into bracket. I already have a is minus 1 over 3. 6 times minus 1 over 3 minus b, that's the only one we don't know yet, minus c. And what's c? Minus 61 all over 3. Now what does this mean? This simply means I can just write this as 20. Let me bring minus b to the left hand side and it becomes b. That means b equals 6 times minus 1 over 3 is minus 2 plus 61 over 3. Of course, this will become plus 61 over 3. This will become plus 61 over 3. And when 20 goes to the right hand side, it becomes minus 20. So that simply means minus 2 minus 20 is minus 22. So that's minus 22 plus 61 over 3. Minus 22 plus 61 over 3. And that simply means b equals, that's going to be minus 5 all over 3. If you take your time to work that out, that's what you're going to get. Now we've got all the constants, a, b, and c. That simply means this fraction, don't forget that the fraction we have just resolved is not the original fraction. So this simply means minus 2x squared minus 17x plus 39 over x minus 2 times x squared plus 5. Yeah, let me bring that here. Or let me just write it, minus 2x squared minus 17x plus 39 minus 2x squared minus 17x plus 39 all over x minus 2 times, let me check that quickly, x minus 2 times x squared plus 5. This is it. That's the fraction. X minus 2 times x squared plus 5 is equal to a, which is minus 1 over 3. So that minus 1 over 3 into bracket x minus 2 plus bx plus c. What's b? B is minus 5 over 3. And c is minus 61 over 3. This is what that's going to look like. minus 5 over 3 minus 61 over 3 all over x squared plus 5. And the numerator is simply the same as minus 5. Of course, the numerator will become minus 66 over 3. Yeah, that's correct. And that will be minus 22. So the entire fraction will now become minus 22. It's supposed to be bx plus c, right? So that's minus 5 over 3x. B is minus 5 over 3. That will be minus 5 over 3x. Plus c will mean minus 61 over 3. Because c is minus 61 over 3. So that simply means the numerator will become minus 5x minus 61 all over 3 divided by x squared plus 5 is the same as multiplying it by 1 over x squared plus 5. So the entire fraction will become, the whole of this fraction will now become minus 5x minus 61 over 3 into bracket x squared plus 5. And that's what I'm going to write. So that's simply plus bx plus c is the same as minus 5x minus 61 all over 3 into bracket x squared plus 5. And now I can, what can I do? I can simplify a little further. So I want to write that as minus 1 over 3 times x minus 2. If I factor minus 1 out of this numerator, I'm going to be left with, that's plus minus into bracket 5x plus 61 all over 3 into bracket x squared plus 5. And now that simply means this plus times minus is going to be minus. So that's the answer simply. Now we have only resolved the part of the original fraction, which is a proper fraction, into partial fractions. So that simply means this fraction, that simply means this, the whole of this. Yes, that simply means this will be equal to, let's paste that. That's not the right thing. Let me copy that again and paste it properly. Yeah, we just did this. That simply means the whole of this. Just wait a second and then you see what I'm trying to do. The whole of that. That's good. That's very good. Yeah, so this is the original fraction. We reduced it. It's an improper fraction, and we reduced it to a proper fraction by dividing to get this. And then we now resolved the proper fraction into partial fractions. So it is this proper fraction that gave us these partial fractions. So I can just write the final answer. That simply means it is equal to 2x. The original fraction is equal to 2x plus 4. And the whole of this is the same as the whole of this. And I'm going to write, I don't need to put brackets here anymore, minus 1 over 3 into bracket x minus 2 minus 5x plus 61, I hope that's correct, yes, all over 3 into bracket x squared plus 5. And that's what the original fraction will be when it is resolved into partial fractions. So maybe I should just write that final step. 2x raised to the power 4 minus 17x minus 1 all over x minus 2 into bracket x squared plus 5. Yeah, that's correct. Equals 2x plus 4 minus 1 over 3 times x minus 2 minus 5x plus 61 all over 3 into bracket x squared plus 5. And that's it, very, very, very simply. So I think we should take a breather and then continue in the next. Thank you very much, and please don't go away.